Lane, did you hear what I was playing?
I didn't think it's polite to listen, sir.
I'm sorry for that, for your sake. I don't play accurately. Anyone can play accurately, but I play with wonderful expression. As far as the piano is concerned, sentiment is my forte. I keep science for life.
I believe you do, sir.
And speaking of science for life, have you got the cucumber sandwiches cut for Lady Bracknell?
Yes, I did. I prepared them in accordance with Lady Bracknell's exquisite taste.
Oh, and by the way, Lane, I see that on Thursday, when Lord Shorman and Mr. Worthing were dining with me. 8 bottles of champagne are entered as being consumed.
That is correct, sir. 8 bottles and a pint.
Why is it that at a bachelor's establishment, the servant invariably drinks the champagne? I merely ask for information.
I attribute it to the superior quality of the wine, sir. I have often noticed that in marriage households, the quality of the champagne is rarely of a first-rate brand.
Good heavens, is marriage into moralizing?
I believe it is a very pleasant state, sir. I have had little experience of it myself up to the present. I have been married only once. That is a consequence of a misunderstanding between myself and a young person.
I don't think I'm much interested in your family life, Lane.
No, sir. It's not a very interesting subject. I never think of it myself.
I'm sure of that. Thank you, Lane. That will do.
Thank you, sir. Algernon thinks that my views on marriage is somewhat lax. He's probably thinking that if the lower orders don't set us a good example, what on earth is a good use of them? And that they seem as a class to have absolutely no sense of moral responsibility. Good heavens! Good afternoon, Mr. Worthing.
Hello, Lane.
What can I do for you, sir?
Is Olga around?
Yes, he's expecting you. Would you like me to call him for you, sir?
Oh, yes, please.
Mr. Ernest Worthing.
Ah, my dear Ernest. What brings you to town?
Oh, pleasure, pleasure. What you bring anyone anywhere? Eating as usual, I see, okay?
Oh, I believe it's customary in good society to have slight refreshment at 5 o'clock. Where have you been since last Thursday? Oh, in the country. And what on earth do you do there?
When one's in town, one amuses oneself. When one's in country, one amuses other people. It is excessively boring.
And who are the people you amuse?
Neighbors, neighbors.
Got nice neighbours in your part of Shropshire?
Perfectly horrid. Never speak to one of them.
How immensely you must amuse them. By the way, Shropshire is your county, is it not?
Hey, Shropshire? Yes, of course. Hello. All these cups. All cucumber sandwiches. What's such reckless extravagance and what's so young? Who's coming to tea?
Oh, merely Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn. Perfectly delightful.
Oh, that's all very well, but I'm afraid Aunt Augusta won't quite approve of being here.
Why?
My dear fellow, the way you flirt with Gwendolyn is perfectly disgraceful. It's almost as bad as the way Gwendolyn flirts with you.
Oh, I'm in love with Gwendolyn. I've come to town expressly to propose to her.
I thought you had come for pleasure. I call that business.
How utterly unromantic you are.
I really don't see anything romantic in proposing. It is very romantic to be in love. The very essence of romance is uncertainty. And if ever I get married, I will certainly try to forget the facts.
The divorce code was made for people like you, whose ideas are constituted in the mind.
Oh, there is no use on speculating on that subject. Divorces are made in heaven. Please, don't touch the cucumber sandwich. They were ordered especially for Aunt Augusta.
Well, you've been eating them all the time.
Well, that's quite a different matter. She's my aunt. Here, have some bread and butter.
And perfectly good bread and butter it is too.
Oh, my dear fellow, you may not eat as if you're going to eat it all. You behave as if you're married to her already, and I don't think you'll ever be.
What on earth do you mean?
Well, in first place, girls never marry the guys they flirt with. Girls don't think you're right.
That is ridiculous.
Well, it isn't. It is a great truth. And in the second place, I don't give you my consent.
Your consent?
My dear fellow, Gwenda is my first cousin. And before I allow you to marry her, you'll have to clear up the whole question of Cecily.
Cecily? What on earth do you mean? What do you mean, Algie? By Cecily? I don't know anybody called Cecily.